we're going to first create a restore point just as a backup of our default settings so that if these tweaks don't work out for you, you can always revert back to your default state. To do that, simply click on Start, search for Restore Point, click on Create a Restore Point. Now in this window, simply click on Create, set a name for your restore point, and then press Create. This is only going to take a few seconds, but it's going to ensure maximum safety when applying these optimizations. Once it's done, you can click on Close, and you can also close this window. The first and most important thing that we need to do is update our network adapters. Whether you use Ethernet or Wi-Fi, having the latest drivers is important to avoid any bugs and errors and to ensure that your network adapter is running at its maximum capacity. To do this, we need to first find out the model of our network adapter. To do that, open Device Manager. In here, just simply click the Network Adapters dropdown. And here, you're going to see all the network adapters that are available on your system. Now, the Wi-Fi cards are usually labeled as wireless LAN cards. In many cases, one of the network adapters is not going to specify whether it's Ethernet or Wi-Fi. In my case, since this is my Wi-Fi adapter, this is obviously going to be my Ethernet adapter. What you see right here is the manufacturer and the model of your network adapter. Now, once you find out the model of your network adapter, there's actually two ways to update the drivers of your network adapter. You can either do it from your motherboard's official support page, or you can download the latest drivers from the Microsoft catalog. Now, if you want the most compatible drivers, I would recommend that you go with the first route, but if you don't have a newer motherboard, it is unlikely that you'll find latest drivers for the network adapter. In that case, you'll have to go with the second route. For the first method, what you need to do is open up system information, and here you need to note down the baseboard manufacturer and the baseboard product. This is going to be the manufacturer and the model of your motherboard. Once you note that down in your browser, what you need to do is type in the manufacturer and the model of your motherboard, and then simply follow it up with drivers. Usually the first few links are going to be the manufacturer's official support page, and that is where you're going to most likely come across the drivers for your network adapters. As you can see, here's the LAN driver for my Ethernet adapter, but you can also see that this driver is really old. So now for the second method, what you need to do is type in the manufacturer and the model of your network adapter. Then follow it up with drivers, and then you need to follow that up with Microsoft catalog. Once again, the first few links are going to be the ones that we're looking for. This link is going to take you to Microsoft's official update catalog. Once you're on this page, just cross-check the model of your network adapter. On this page, you need to look for the latest driver and then simply click on download. Once you press download, it's going to open a small pop-up window. And here you need to click on the blue highlighted text. Once you click on that, it's going to download a file with the .cab extension. Now locate the file that we just downloaded, right click, and extract the files using WinRAR. You're going to need WinRAR for this, which you can download for free. The Windows extractor is not going to be able to extract this file. Once you extract the folder, go back into Device Manager, right click on the network adapter that you just downloaded the driver for, and then press Update Driver. On this screen, click on Browse My Computer and then click on Browse. Now you need to simply locate the folder that you just extracted, press OK, and then click on Next. And that is going to install the latest drivers. Once the installation is complete, you can click on Close. And you can also close Device Manager. So that was how you can install the latest drivers for your network adapters. Now we're going to be applying the best settings for our Ethernet and Wi-Fi adapters to get the maximum performance. So open up Control Panel, press Network and Internet, Network and Sharing Center, and then click on Change Adapter Settings. First, I'm going to be showcasing the best settings to use for Wi-Fi adapters, and then I'm going to be showing the best settings for Ethernet. To change your Wi-Fi settings, simply double-click on the Wi-Fi adapter, click on Properties, press Configure, and then open the Advanced tab. In this window, these are the settings that you need to modify. For the 802.11 mode, if you have a router that only supports Wi-Fi 5, you need to set this to 802.11 AC. If you have a newer router which supports Wi-Fi 6, you need to select 802.11 AX. But many PCs and routers these days support Wi-Fi 7, which uses the 802.11 BE mode. So if you have that mode available, that is the one that you should be using. Next, we're going to disable ARP offload. We're gonna disable rekeying. Power saving has to be disabled. Preferred band should be set to 5 GHz, as this is going to give us the most powerful and stable connection. Roaming aggressiveness should be set to lowest. Transmit level should be highest. UAPSG support has to be enabled, and disable any wake on settings. Once you apply this, click on OK, and that was the most optimal Wi-Fi setting. For Ethernet, double click on the Ethernet adapter, press configure, and once again click on advanced. Now these are the settings that we're gonna disable. Advanced triple E, ARP offload, auto disable gigabit, energy efficient Ethernet, flow control, gigabit light, green Ethernet, interrupt moderation, IPv4 checksum offload, jumbo frames, both of the LSOs, NS offload, power saving mode. Receive buffer should be set to its highest value. RSS is going to be enabled. Speed and duplex should be set to auto negotiation. But if your router, cable, and network adapter can support 1 Gbps, that is the one that you should be using. Disable both the TCP offloads. Transmit buffers has to be set to its maximum value as well. Disable both of the UDP checksum offloads. Disable all of the wake on settings. And shutdown link speed should be set to not speed down. Once you apply all of these settings, click on OK, and those were the most optimal settings to use for your network adapters. For the next tweak, you need to open up command prompt as an administrator, and then inside of command prompt, you need to execute these commands one at a time. These commands are going to be listed in the description of the video. Do keep in mind that when executing these commands, you might sometimes lose your internet connection, but it's going to start working again once you restart your PC. Once you execute all of the commands, you need to restart your PC. Last but not least, we're going to be doing a few optimizations within the Windows registry. So open up the registry editor. And now this is the directory that we need to open. Once you are in this folder, double click on the network throttling index key, select the base as hexadecimal, and now in the value box type in the letter F 8 times. Make sure that you only type the letter F 8 times. Once you do this, press OK. Next, click on system responsiveness and set the value to 0. Now press OK, and then you can close the registry editor. And with that, this is going to be the end of this video. If it helped you out, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like me to fix your network connection and help you fix issues like packet loss, high ping, and ping spikes, you can check out the link to my service in the description of this video. I've got a bunch of positive reviews and happy clients, and I can effectively help you solve any issues with your connection. That is all for today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.